For 4 years, Vanessa was my world. We built something together. Or so I thought. Then she left me for the man her family had handpicked, Derek Monroe, Ivy League law student, trust fund baby, the kind of polished guy with a LinkedIn profile that looked like a political campaign brochure. Meanwhile, I was just Jalen Cross, the underdog hustling to build something from scratch. 2 years later, I'm the one thriving, successful, genuinely happy, and in love with someone who truly sees me. Vanessa? She's unraveling, though not in the way you'd expect. Her life still looks perfect on the outside. Glossy photos, luxury brunches, designer labels. But inside, the cracks are showing. It all started to hit me at her cousin's engagement party. That night, the illusion shattered. Vanessa's family had always treated me like a temporary phase, someone she'd grow out of. That night made it painfully clear. The subtle jabs, the cold comparisons, they stung worse than any outright insult. Derek was there, flashing his rehearsed lawyer jokes, while Vanessa laughed like she'd just found the greatest Netflix special. She leaned in, eyes sparkling, grilling him about his internships and future plans, while I sat on the sidelines, invisible. Never once did she ask about my startup, the sleepless nights, or the risks I was taking chasing my dream. Back at my apartment, everything felt off. She complained about the elevator being broken, which had been broken for months, and wrinkled her nose at the cramped bathroom. When my dog Pixel jumped up on the bed, she made a face, like he was a nuisance instead of family. Pixel had always been part of us. Now he was just an inconvenience, shedding on her designer skirt. A week later, she gave me the talk. She came straight from work, still polished from her marketing job, the one her dad's friend got her without an interview. We sat at the IKEA table we'd assembled together, surrounded by the cheap wine and laughter of better times. Her voice was soft, rehearsed, like she practiced in front of a mirror 100 times. "I love you, Jalen," she said, "but I need stability." I saw the hesitation in her eyes, the careful choice of words that meant nothing good. "I can't keep waiting for you to get there." I asked, "You mean Derek?" She didn't even blink, just nodded, her gaze drifting to the luxury watch her parents had gifted her for her birthday. She talked about needing a future she could count on, something secure. I could have begged, pleaded, promised a world, but something inside me snapped. "All right, that's all," I said. She looked stunned, disappointed, maybe like she expected a meltdown. But that was it. "What do you want to say, Vanessa? That you're breaking my heart? That you're making a mistake? That your family's warped priorities are blinding you?" She said nothing because we both knew the truth. 2 days later, Vanessa made it official. Matching outfits, beachside brunches, his arm around her waist, her caption screaming, "Found my forever love." Meanwhile, I was still sleeping alone in our bed, still buy her favorite cereal out of habit, still finding her hair in the drain. No, I didn't turn into a tech mogul overnight. That's not how it works in real life. My startup crashed a month later after a disastrous demo. I lost my lease, emptied my bank account, and ended up crashing at my best friend Marcus's place, a real friend since college, the kind who gave me his tiny guest room and half his closet without hesitation. Pixel came with me, no complaints. I took every job I could, delivering Uber Eats by day, stocking shelf by night, just to stay afloat. Meanwhile, Vanessa and Derek's luxury life played out like a glossy travel brochure on Instagram. I should have blocked her, but heartbreak makes you do dumb things. My lowest moment came unexpectedly, delivering food downtown to a trendy bistro. There they were, Vanessa and Derek, dressed like models straight out of catalog, sipping cocktails. Vanessa's haircut was sleek, expensive, and Derek wore a Rolex probably worth more than my car. Our eyes met for a split second. I thought I saw guilt, regret, but it vanished instantly, replaced by that fake smile people flash to baristas or strangers. That moment shattered me. That night, I deleted every social media app. I stared at myself in Marcus's cracked bathroom mirror and said, "No more. No more pity, no more excuses. No more being a sad footnote in someone else's highlight reel." I rebuilt, worked 2 jobs, slept 4 hours a night. Every spare second was spent creating something real, a product, not a flashy pitch. My new startup focused on AI-powered legal tech software that automated contract analysis for law firms. It wasn't glamorous tech that made headlines, but it worked. I knew the pain points because I'd lived them. Marcus was my anchor, bringing me food when I forgot to eat, connecting me with contacts, helping land our first big client. 2 years later, I was gone from Vanessa's world. No social media, no checking in. She played housewife while I built an empire. Our software exploded after a feature in a legal tech journal. Clients poured in. We expanded to London, Singapore, Silicon Valley. The real twist? Our company was automating the grunt work Derek had built his entire career on. We were directly competing, and he had no idea I was behind it. But Vanessa knew. I ran into her again at a tech gala in Manhattan. I was there to accept an award. She was there on Derek's arm, bored out of her mind. Her eyes widened when she saw me on stage. Later, cornered at the open bar, she looked me over. "Jalen," she said, nervous laughter, "you look different." I smiled, no, successful. Guess I found my forever, too. I told her and walked away. After that gala, Vanessa was a fading memory. I had international expansions to manage, a new office opening in Berlin, and a thriving team counting on me. But whispers found me. Messages from mutual friends, random DMs from years ago. "Hey, is it true Jalen's company just replaced Monroe in Carter's junior division? Vanessa's asking about you. Says she saw you on Bloomberg." Derek's firm lost 2 massive clients, now ours, and his name started fading from the circles where it once shined. Then came an email from her personal Gmail. "Hey, Jalen, I saw your interview on CNBC. Congratulations. Would love to catch up sometime." I stared at it for 5 minutes, not out of pain or longing, just curiosity, like finding an old journal in the back of a drawer. A week later, I replied, "Hey, sure. Just opened a new coffee shop near the office." We met on a Saturday afternoon at the cafe. Sleek, high ceilings, exposed brick, curated playlists. The kind of place Vanessa once said made her feel claustrophobic. But today she called a vibe. She looked good, still stylish, carrying that polished energy, but thinner, maybe tired. Her smile didn't reach her eyes like it used to. "You look amazing," she said, reaching for a hug. I didn't return it. "Thanks, you too." I offered out of habit. We made small talk. How her family was doing, how Pixel was thriving, how crazy everything felt. Then she sighed, "Jalen, I've been thinking about us a lot lately." I stayed quiet, letting her speak. "I just didn't know what I had back then," she admitted, voice trembling. "Seeing what you've built, who you become, it made me realize maybe I was wrong." Her eyes blinked fast, fighting back tears. "Derek and I, we're taking a break," she added, scanning my face for a reaction. "He's not who I thought he was." I said slowly, "Do you remember the day you left?" She nodded, silent. "I do too. Not because of what you said, but because of what you didn't." She looked confused. "You never asked me what I wanted. You were already gone before you sat down at that table." She swallowed hard. "I was scared, Jalen. Everyone around me said I needed certainty. You were still figuring things out." "Yeah," I said, "and now I have. But here's the thing. While you chase certainty, I built resilience. While you chose comfort, I chose growth. We made our choices." She looked down, twisting the napkin in her hands. "Are you happy?" she whispered. I smiled. "Beyond happy. And I'm with someone now. Someone who believed in me before the success. Someone who stayed when there was nothing glamorous to stay for." Her face fell. Eyes welled up. "I just didn't expect to lose you forever." That hit differently. Because a part of me, the version that used to lie awake missing her, had once hoped she'd say that. But now it meant nothing. I paid for her drink, nodded, and left. No dramatics, no second chances, no maybe in another life. I had a real life now, a better one, and it didn't include people who only saw my worth after I made it. 6 months later, I was on stage in Lisbon at a global tech summit. Vanessa was just a footnote in my memory. Derek's firm? They ended up licensing our software after all. With a formal, "We regret to inform you," letter sent to every junior associate they let go. My team thrived. My partner, the kind of woman who celebrates my losses as much as my wins. And me? I'm not the guy who got lucky. I'm the guy who got left and got to work.